Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? Today's science and writing activity is that we're going to do a new experiment. So the experiment that we're going to do is going to use a yardstick. So I have a big, long yardstick here to show you, and we're going to see if we can make a sound with the yardstick. We're going to follow the same pattern we did last lesson. When we tapped a glass of water, we used materials, time, I had steps. I used 2 brushes and collected data. But today we're going to try and make a sound with a big long yardstick. So I'm going to put the yardstick on the edge of my table and hold it down. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit. Maybe you could see it. I'm going to hold it down like this with one hand on the edge of the table, pressing down. On the other hand, what I'm going to do, a little lower here, is I'm going to kind of push on the yardstick and let go and see what happens. Oh, I heard a sound. And I'm observing what the yardstick's doing. Kind of makes a bumping noise, doesn't it? And I notice that the yardstick is moving back and forth really fast. First it kind of moves big, and then it moves little, then it stops. Wow, I'm making lots of observations I can write down. And listen to the sound. Boys and girls, does the sound match the moving? I think it does. So when the yardstick wiggles, it makes a sound. It wiggles back and forth, doesn't it? I wonder if there's a science word for that wiggling back and forth. I know, like guitar strings wiggle, piano strings wiggle back and forth. Maybe a drum wiggles back and forth. Sometimes when you're riding your bike, the handlebars wiggle back and forth when the tires bump. We call that wiggling back and forth vibrating. So it's wiggling, and as it's wiggling, it's making a sound, isn't it? So that's kind of a cool experiment. I wonder if other things make sounds like that. So you're going to be writing up your experiment today with a partner. So our materials were a yardstick. The steps were to hold the yardstick on the table and push on it and let it wiggle and listen to the sound. Then you're going to write down what you heard. Kind of heard a tapping, right? Back and forth as it was wiggling. And then we're going to say, we really want to write about our evidence. Let's talk about why we think that happened. So as it was going up and down, it's making a noise. Oh, I have Fletcher here. Fletcher, you like the yardstick, don't you? He's my new puppy. He's a new addition to the Freeland house. You can see the back of him. He'll turn around here in a minute. There's Fletcher. Oh, he's a good boy. You like the yardstick. He was biting it a minute ago, so you may have to hold on to it. Yeah, you like science, don't you, Fletchy? So when you write your evidence, you want to talk about what you saw. So you're going to talk about how the yardstick moved back and forth. You could say how we call that vibration. You could say that when it was moving back and forth, it was making a sound. So I'm thinking that the vibration moving back and forth makes the sound, because when it stopped, it didn't make a sound anymore. So that moving back and forth is what makes the sound. Fletchy's getting on the bed. He needs a nap from all. Look at that. You can see him right below my chart. Okay, boys and girls, so I'm sure your teacher can help you through writing up the experiment if you need help. Maybe she'll let you do it with you. Maybe if you're at home, you can find a yardstick and try it yourself. And then you really want to talk about your evidence, about why you think that moving up and down is making the sound. Okay, boys and girls, good luck today. And glad you got to meet Fletcher. Oh, look at him. He's so tired. He's taking a nap. Science wore him out.